Hi, and welcome back to the X-Laser Studio. We're really excited to show you this next product. This is the MobileBeat Mark II. We launched this last year for the MobileBeat National Tour and have made some major improvements to it. I think that you're really going to like what we did. Just a couple quick words about this unit. There are a couple major upgrades from the last model. First of all, they now have 15,000 point per second scanners, so it can do text and graphics and that sort of stuff with a little bit more ease and a little bit less flicker. This is a 3B laser system. It does require a variance, but the price point is very, very accessible for mobile DJs, hospitality venues, and so on and so forth. Here's the biggest change that we're really excited about. This is the first animation laser that has ever been crafted for the mobile DJ or for the hospitality venue, bar, whatever it might be. In the chip that comes inside of every one of these is a whole bunch of graphics that say things that are useful. For instance, happy birthday, we take requests, hands up, jump, like that sort of stuff. Hype stuff, holidays, anniversaries, sports, all sorts of stuff loaded right in the chip that you can access by DMX whenever you might want to. Now, you do still have the custom animation port, the ILDA port. You have sound active mode, automatic mode, actually two automatic modes, auto beam and auto animation. Auto beam just gives you a beam show. Auto animation just runs through all the animations that are in there I was talking about a second ago. Sound active mode, and then of course full DMX control. So you can really control this bad boy pretty much any way you want. Want to show you a couple of quick effects from this guy. This is a liquid sky. Now, you're going to see a little bit of flicker in the camera just because that's the way it shows up. But I want to show you, there's actually a manual zoom on the back of this thing that you can actually zoom the laser to fit into whatever space you might have. You can zoom it out, and that's as far as you'll be able to see it in the camera, but it actually goes about 3 times wider than that if I just keep going and going and going and going and going. It goes out really wide, and then it zooms all the way back in, all the way down to a single point. The point of this is that you can fit it into any size space you have and avoid any obstructions that you might have in your room. It does all sorts of cool animations, shapes, graphics, text, beam shows, and you have control over almost every parameter of the image right from your DMX controller. So essentially, you can take an image, whatever it might be, and you can bend it, flip it, scroll it, zoom it, almost anything that you can imagine, including flipping it around on the Z-axis so that you can do front or rear projection. It's a highly, highly controllable piece. Actually, this is one of my favorites. I want to go back to this pattern just for a second and show you one of my favorite effects. Now, you take a pattern like this, which is kind of interesting and fun and okay, fine. But if you, with a couple of quick tweaks with the DMX, you can actually do some really neat stuff with it. For example, what I'm doing right now is I'm affecting what's called the beam cohesion, which is I'm slowing the scan rate way down and making the laser actually draw its pattern slowly so that you can see it drawing through the air. And you can do this with any pattern that is inside of the piece. And we'll go ahead and take that back to where it was normally. You have really, really strong beam work. As a matter of fact, you can hardly even see me. This thing is so strong at the moment. One of my other favorites, this is a very large segmented circle that spins around and around and around. Again, I can make the spin left, spin right, flip upside down. Pretty much anything you can imagine you can do with the MobileBeat. Now, in the camera right now, you're going to see this line that's scrolling through the laser. That doesn't actually happen in real life. In real life, you are going to have a little bit of a flicker as it tries to draw those points. The faster the scans you get, the less flicker you get. But for an entry-level piece that costs way less than $1,000, with most animation lasers starting at $3,000, $4,000, this gives you a lot of really spectacular effects for a really great price point. We just sort of threw that in there for fun, kiss the DJ. And a couple in heart. There are all sorts of different things that you can use this laser for. And again, you can zoom it to whatever size you want. Now, this zoom control that I'm using is actually on the back of the laser. The laser that's back behind the screen has its zoom control set, and that's it. You can also affect that from DMX. Long story short, this is a powerful laser that has a lot of really great features in it that are useful for mobile DJs, hospitality venues, bars, nightclubs, wherever you might find yourself that you need a great laser show, the Mobile Beat Mark II delivers. And lastly, of course, with all of our lasers feature cold beam technology, which is that we've stripped all of the infrared out of this beam. And so the beam runs completely cold. Now, that's not to say that you want to shoot somebody in the eye with it or something like that, but in the event that you're working around drapery, soft goods, whatever, that beam has almost no heat in it whatsoever, making it safer for use in a wide variety of applications. This is the X Laser Studio, and this is the Mobile Beat Mark II.